Today I messed up ruining the first sexy time for my wife and I in months since our child was born. This one hurt. My wife is 8 weeks postpartum from our second child. Naturally, I wanted her to take as much time to heal and get comfortable again before we did the deed. Well, tonight happened to be the night to try. My usual go-to is a massage that turns into sex. Works pretty well more often than not. She's not back on birth control and we absolutely do not want a third child, so we made a hard and fast rule that condoms will be required until the doc can cut me up. All was going great, little foreplay, getting in the mood, moved to the guest room. Here's where it went wrong. Baby is sleeping in our master, we don't want to wake him for obvious reasons, but the condoms are in our nightstand and then there is one condom in our bathroom along with the lube. Easy, I'll sneak in like a ninja and grab the ones from the bathroom and the baby will never know I was there. Mission accomplished. I felt like I just got out of a Ninja Gaiden video game and had a victory sex session waiting for me. Wife gets lubed up, I rip the condom open. This was one of those ultra thin Trojans. I've put these on a million times. I do my best to make sure I'm putting it on right, start at the tip and try to unroll. It's not working super well, but I keep it. It sort of starts to unroll, but it's clearly struggling to get down the shaft. I keep trying, but we hit a brick wall. It just isn't going far. She's waiting, ready, and it feels like I'm back in high school again, shaking, fumbling my hands, and otherwise ruining the moment. Finally, I decide to take a look at the half-unrolled condom. Much to my surprise, I put the damn thing on backwards. Normally we just go grab another one. Unfortunately, the bassinet is bumping up to the nightstand, essentially making the extra condoms locked in a secure location not even the most talented bank robber could get to. And there you have it, sexy time, at least in the literal sense, is over. We'll have to resort to other methods of enjoying ourselves. Guess I'll have to wait until the next time she's in the mood and the kids are asleep, whenever that happens to be. Today I messed up by showing male cleavage. TIFU by wearing a deep V-neck shirt that showed off way too much male cleavage. It all started innocently enough when I decided to change up my style and try something different. I saw some trendy celebrities rocking this look, and I thought, hey, why not give it a shot? Little did I know that my modesty would go right out the window. I picked out the most daring V-neck shirt I could find, thinking I'd look cool and confident. As I got ready to go out, I caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror and felt a mix of pride and uncertainty. But I brushed off my doubts, figuring I could pull it off like those famous guys. I went about my day, not thinking too much about my daring fashion choice. However, the attention I received soon made me realize my mistake. People's gazes seemed to linger longer than usual, and I could hear a few snickers here and there. At first, I thought I was just being self-conscious, but then a friend discreetly pointed out that I was revealing way more than I intended. Mortified, I looked down and, to my horror, saw my male cleavage on full display for the world to see. It was like my shirt had transformed into an inadvertent peep show, and I was the unwilling star. I quickly tried to adjust my shirt, but it was too late. The damage was done. I spent the rest of the day trying to minimize the exposure, tugging at my shirt nervously and trying to avoid any unnecessary movements. Needless to say, I never felt more self-conscious in my life. It was a painful reminder that not all fashion trends are meant for everyone, and this one definitely wasn't for me. Today I messed up by eating too many nuts. I guess technically, yesterday I fucked up, today I found out. I bought a 30 ounces container of deluxe mixed nuts, no peanuts. Yesterday, I was bored and snacky. I ended up eating more than half of them in about a 5-hour span. The first sign I had fucked up was when I woke up this morning with gut-splitting lower abdominal pain. The pain was all across my lower abdomen and radiated into my back. After a couple of hours, I had to go number 2. That's when the true horror starts. I spent 30+ minutes feeling like I was pushing flaming cacti out of my rectum. My colon was spasming. Tears streaked my face. My legs went numb. I still didn't understand what was going on. It wasn't until I wiped and saw a slurry of barely digested nuts that I understood. Those little shards were tearing their way through my system. Fortunately, it hasn't been ongoing. Once it was all out, the pain started to subside. Lesson learned, don't eat too many nuts. Today I messed up by eating an entire block of cheese. What the title says. Today, I had a weird and almost unquenchable craving for cheese. It was bad, really bad. It felt like I'm a pregnant woman craving something weird. In my cheese-craven misery, I got up and went to my kitchen to find some cheese. It's about 1 a.m. at this point, and I'm not thinking super straight, so I thought fuck it, let's microwave the entire block like I did during my childhood. And I did. I took the cheese out and put it in a plate, microwaving it for about 2 minutes. It came out all gooey and nice, like what you'd expect on a grilled sandwich. I sat down and started gobbling on the now melted cheese. For the record, I am not lactose intolerant. I feasted upon the cheese like it was my last meal before an execution. I am now laid on my bed, regretting every life decision leading up to this point. I have never felt such horrible stomach pains from eating cheese. It feels like I am going to implode. Everything hurts and am sweating from the pain. Lactose has never caused me trouble before, but I believe I've met my match. An entire block of Tilsit cheese, melted in a microwave. God, everything hurts. I believe I am constipated. It is almost 4 a.m. and the only thing keeping me awake is the aching pains and gurgles my bowels are producing. It feels like Satan himself has entered my body. Today I messed up by going down so hard it sent me to the ER. So this Friday evening my girlfriend and I were having a great night. We were in the middle of having the deed and I was all the way downtown. I suddenly felt a teeny tiny snap or crack in my jaw and thought absolutely nothing of it. There was barely any pain. I didn't even consider it worth mentioning at the time. When we finished, we went to bed excited for the rest of the weekend. Saturday was also fine for the most part. We did a bunch of shopping in preparation for a camping trip this upcoming Wednesday. I needed comfy shoes for walking around on mud and rocks, so I purchased some bright orange Crocs and joked that wearing them is effectively an advertisement that I was taken. We had ramen for lunch. Maybe I didn't notice any pain during lunch because I had soup, but when I got home and had a solid snack I suddenly felt intense pain on the left side of my face. I could no longer bite down on my back teeth either. I told my GF that I first felt something the other night and she half-jokingly apologized and said it was probably worth it. The pain remained on Sunday but I had to work. It mostly hurt while I was eating, so talking all day wasn't too bad. I managed to slowly eat a banana for breakfast by mushing it against the roof of my mouth with my tongue. I had a beer for dinner. Today is Monday and it's getting progressively worse. I was scrambling all day to see a doctor at various walk-in clinics but ultimately managed to get a last-minute appointment with my family doctor. His diagnosis is that it's probably swelling around my TMJ and that it's unlikely that my jaw is dislocated, so he prescribed some painkillers and set me up for scans throughout the week. He also unnecessarily thanked me 4 times for sharing why I think this happened, tried to mime out what a jaw looks like when it's all doing the deed for his own benefit, and then reassured me the office wasn't being recorded. When I got home and ate some pho, I realized the pain was continuing to creep up despite the painkillers. So I'm sitting 2+ hours in the ER now and not going home unless a doctor fixes my jaw or confidently breaks the news that I need to be on a liquid diet for the next couple weeks. My GF is talking to her friends and they're already saying that if I die, at least I die doing what I loved. They are calling me a hero. My camping trip is likely cancelled. Frown.